Good evening. Welcome to Minority Caucus this Monday evening. Tonight, we step into unusual territory. Two youthful personalities, heavily engaged politically, I must say, have expressed frustration at the inability of the political system to generally satisfy their needs. In particular, they believe the NDC government is taking the nation and them and us, including you at home, nowhere rapidly fast. To them, political support ought to depend on performance. To the extent that the NDC, of which they used to be very ardent supporters, has not been able to establish a clear path to national development, they feel unable to continue to support the party. On the contrary, they believe the NDC's continued stay in power may actually damage the prospects of the youth of this country. So we'll ask them the questions and they will tell us themselves. To my far left, Richard M. Suleiman, who is the General Secretary of the Omega Squad, General Secretary of the National Youth Coalition, and Chairman of the Tamale Central Constituency Branch and Ward Executive League of the NDC. And then to my immediate left, Moses Akole, who is also a member of the Omega Squad and Deputy General Secretary of the National Youth Coalition. Gentlemen, you are very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, Richard.
Yes.
Can you tell the viewers of Minority Caucus who you are?
Well, I'm Richard M. Suleiman, and like said already, I'm the General Secretary to Omega Squad and General Secretary to National Youth Coalition, and also a Chairman to the Tamale Central Ward and Branch Executives League.
What is the Omega Squad? What is the National Youth Coalition? And more particularly, what is the Tamale Central Constituency
Branch and Ward League?
Branch and Ward League.
The Branch and Ward League is bringing together the ward executives, branch executives, and including the delegates who vote the party executives and the MPs during primaries. This is a league that we've brought together all the branch and ward executives to assist the NDC and the party and the constituency in whatever they have to do to progress in campaign.
If this were the MPP, we would say the polling station executives.
All right.
Yes, apart from the constituency executives.
Yes.
And you are chairman of that group.
Yes.
Very well.
And
National Coalition?
National Youth Coalition is a coalition that was initiated by I and some other two people who we want to bring every youth groups, all the youth groups of NDC under one umbrella. We are going to collate the youth groups and every flashpoint and problems that the NDC will be having, we will address it, we'll bring it on board for the leadership to address it, find ways to solve the problems of the youth groups in the NDC, and that is the use of the National Youth Coalition. We're collating all the youth together under one umbrella. And the Omega Squad was also initiated by a friend called Henry Nikwe, and he consulted me and some other few people to assist, which I took the general secretary position of it to also assist and make sure solve the internal wranglings of the NDC.
The Omega Squad is to solve the internal wranglings of the NDC.
Yes. And we went very far. I took them very, very far. And actually that was not only that, also to get prepared for 2012 election. This was formed about 2 years ago.
Okay. Moses, Deputy General Secretary, Omega Squad, or National Youth Coalition, but a member of the Omega Squad. Otherwise, who are you? Tell our listeners, our viewers, who you are.
I'm Moses Akole. Deputy General Secretary of National Youth Coalition. I help my secretary in order to collect the youth, as he already said.
Okay. So tonight we have youthful people, members of the NDC, who are going to tell us their concerns about the political system and whether this system really is meeting their expectations, is satisfying their needs, and if it's not, the way forward. Richard.
Yes.
What are your key concerns, the political system?
Well, my key concerns, before I start on that, I would like to give a happy birthday in advance to Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And also, I think this is a very special day and occasion. And truly speaking of the political key concerns of politics in this country, truly, to be honest, Ghana is moving too fast. Ghana is moving too far. Ghana is going too far, too fast. But for who and to where is what we, the youth of today, wants to know. And that's what I am finding out to inform the rest of the youth. I was invited down from Tamale by about 5,000 members from Volta region, Central region, Western region, and Greater Accra here to embark on a serious demonstration against the NDC. And they raised their concerns, which were very genuine. If some of you are listening to me or watching, I say exercise restraint, be patient. And they've given the government 2 weeks to respond. So far, one week, 4 days is what's left for them to respond. To be honest, let's go to the key concerns of politics. This country is taken as a place which for me, I will never encourage any youth to follow.
You will not encourage the youth to follow the country?
No, the leadership of this nation. You see, these leaders of our country now clearly have demonstrated certain level of greed, selfishness, unconcern, and other words that I can't imagine or express. They have left certain things behind for us to pick up, which doesn't belong to Ghanaians, which is destroying our culture, destroying the economy, destroying the integrity, destroying the future, destroying the purpose of the youth of this nation, and trying to force us to accept and adapt something that is not us. The Insolent Act is number one. Insults. Politics of insults. This is something the president have always tried as much as possible to battle. Politics of insult has become the order of the day, and we have tried as much as possible to find a name for it called freedom of speech.
Yeah, but there's freedom of speech in the country.
Thank you. 2, the leaders of the day is trying to elevate Ghana into the skies without Ghanaians, which I will not accept that.
Yeah, elevating
Ghana into the skies without Ghanaians.
Can you explain that?
This is what is happening. The world is seeing how potentious Ghana is. The gold, the diamond, the bauxite, the timber, the oil, etc. We are relating with the world, the foreign, the Western. Their recommendations is what the government is running on, but not what the citizens say. And if you are building a nation and you don't build it with the citizens, to whom does the nation belong to? And for who are you building the country for? When you are no more, your children will take over. When you are no more, the generation after your children and their children will take over. What are you leaving behind? The world is saying government is doing well, government is doing well. Truly, it could be true in their records because of how we have allowed them to come for oil, come for diamond, come for gold, come for bauxite, and how we are building certain sophisticated roads, building schools which we can't afford. Same citizens of this nation sit on those sophisticated roads to beg for common meal. One meal which they can't even afford. Light bills, etc. My fellow youth of this nation is heading towards certain direction that I will say to you. This is not to destroy the NDC. This is not to elevate the MPP, but it is to tell every citizen of this nation that Ghana belongs to Ghanaians, and Ghanaians deserve the equal right to know what is in the country, what is being spent, where it is going, who is taking it.
You think we don't have that now?
We don't even know, because everybody, look, you see a minister of state and he is crying more than you, and they know it. Maybe to the young girls they don't see it, but we, the young men and the youth, the exuberant youth, we know what we are saying. Every minister of state is poor.
Interesting.
Apart from independent people who are working in business and truly God-fearing, they can at least try to assist you in certain things. Apart from that,
if every minister of state is poor, who are those people who are elevating the country into the sky that you cannot see?
That is the question. The ministers of state, the political system of the day. To whom it favors, Ghana is good. But to whom it does not, the reality is being spoken. For now, we are not being political. We are being realistic. We are being nationalistic. We are talking of our motherland. The Ghana which Dr. Kwame Nkrumah fought to achieve independence for us is what we're speaking about now.
Richard is speaking like a nationalist. He's speaking about Ghana. He's not here to destroy the NDC. Neither is he here to elevate the MPP. But he has concerns. He believes some people have hijacked the country and literally given it away to foreigners. Moses, what is your feeling?
Yes, I feel as my brother Richard M. Suleiman said, you know, youth of this country are not engaged in some things. Example, like youth forum, whereby we can also share ideas with our big men. Everything that will happen in this country or will happen in this country, youth are not part of it. Because when A or B comes, they say we have policy for the youth. What are we seeing now? We don't see anything. That's why we are here, to talk about it, so that our big men will listen to us, and then they exercise patience for us. They add us into their budget, or everything that they do, they include us.
So what really are you telling the big men? What do you want to tell them?
Yes, we want them to bring policies that will favor with the youth. As example, some completed SHS, that's senior secondary school, polytechnic, especially polytechnic. When you complete polytechnic, LVT and those things, you will not find any job to do. People get an idea that they can do a lot of things, LVT and so forth. They learn trades, they have idea that they can at least do something, but there's no access to it.
I see. So the whole issue is about unemployment. If it's unemployment, then it's a government responsibility.
Yes, it is. What we are saying to our leadership today is they should try to live a certain lifestyle that we can take home, that we can copy and exhibit or do it when they are gone. joblessness, street children. Look, today, as we speak, potential beautiful young ladies of this nation must strip naked for other businesses to grow at the watch of leadership. The youth will work 5 days a week and spend all 2 days in the weekend. What education are they giving us? Who is controlling what? Who is in charge of what? Who is the government? Where is he? To whom is he governing?
That is an interesting point where we can take our first break. When we come back, Richard is asking critical questions. Who is the government? Where is he? And to whom is he governing? We'll take our first break. Welcome back to Minority Caucus. I promised you something unusual tonight, and that's exactly what we have. I'm entertaining in the studio Richard M. Suleiman and then Moses Akoli. Now, these gentlemen were deeply involved in demonstrations in Tamale against the institutionalized leadership, especially Monsieur Azoka. Now, they are asking questions. Who is the government? Where is he? And what is he governing? In simple terms, what we are saying is that, is the NDC government alive? What are they doing to deliver in terms of expectations that they themselves raised? And probably the most important question of all, where is presidential authority? Richard.
Thank you. Presidential authority can never be alive in the NDC for now, and it's been too long. The cancer is eating deep into the bones. It's beyond cure, it's beyond maintenance. Internal wranglings. The people whose umbilical cord are tied to the NDC must wait for investors to finish reaping what they invested before the players who even went to play the World Cup and won the World Cup must even start training. They are waiting 1 week to another World Cup. They will ask the players to come back on the field.
Are you talking about foreign investors or local investors?
NDC
investors.
Investors. Those who invested in the party.
NDC aficionados.
Financial
heavy
gurus.
Behind the
financial gurus of the NDC.
They are reaping their investments before.
Oh, definitely. That's the English word. Investors will not do. And these are great, mature, strong people whose bank accounts, personal bank accounts, even they have special accountants to them. So every kobo they were giving the government, they were giving to the party, they were writing it down, keeping note. It was a gamble. Lucky we came to power. So, by all means necessary, they must reap what they sown, get their profit to their satisfaction before they will think of anything. The NDC said they don't know any youth groups. They now have specific youth groups to identify. But they have forgotten that they are running a Congress. And the word Congress is bringing this group with their leader, this group with their leader, the founder and their leader, President Mills and his leader, Ahoy's and their leader, etc., etc., etc. Coming together to form the party, and that is National Democratic Congress. Today, they are forcing everyone into a box called structure. Party structure, which does not even exist. It's invisible. Look, you will call the president, it rings 3 times, he will pick and speak with you. But you will call a party executive or party structured person from Monday to Monday, he'll pick once and tell you he's busy.
So you're saying that the party is not serving the Congress, the party structure.
They have lost reality with even what the party is and where it's going and where it's coming from.
Somebody will say you are part of the old faction because you talked about umbilical cord. So probably you are of the founders faction parading as
founders faction, youth. The president's faction. For me, the president will confess. I'm so much in love with him. I feel so much pain for the people who have hijacked the party and trying to create certain records for the president that does not belong to him. Excuse me, I'm not praising MPP, I'm not praising Kufuor for my president. But look at the glory the man is taking today, President Kufuor. Do you think NDC will go opposition and the international world will now come with the reality? Because we are empowered, they won't tell us for now. They'll give us a donkey respect, from full respect. When we go opposition, they will now come and tell us how immature, uncontrolled, whatever about our president. President Mills is suffering. The leaders of NDC must help him. I am not a Rollins man. I am not a Konedu man. I am an NDC.
Yeah, but then if the leader is suffering, the leadership demands that he sits up and does the right thing. He leads. Well, is he leading?
This is a message for him. And there is no room. People, look, I believe in your phone in people ask, but we should have gone through the right channel. To me, they can't say we should have gone through the right channel. I've gone through all the channels. Whatever it takes, I've gone extreme. When I came from South Africa to help NDC to come to power, I have gone extreme. And they know me, I'm a political sniper for the NDC.
A political sniper. What does that mean?
That means I can invisibly, politically, from an invisible angle, you will not see me. But everything that happens, I am involved, and I may be the cause. That is a political sniper. You don't see him, but he can, when he presses his trigger, it can take life from, his bullet can run from Accra here to Bolga and cut off a fingernail just to send a signal.
So in other words, you destroy the opponents of the NDC.
For real.
Then why are you so disaffected? That's a very powerful position.
I wasn't doing that on contract. I wasn't doing that for what I've been paid. I'm jobless in Ghana. I've not been able to even go back to South Africa. My businesses, my relationship, my everything is destroyed. And here, I have 2 children. 3-month-old baby. I'm jobless.
So maybe it's because you don't have a job, you are disaffected.
No. I would have joined those people who demonstrate. I can mobilize people within 1 hour on phone, sit in my room and do that. And they will do a type of demonstration that the NDC has never seen before. And people who do that, they call the leaders. If 1,000 people came out, they'll call 10 people and give them 100 million. I can also do that and get some of those monies. That is not what I want. If I do that, I demonstrate, they call me, give me money. I demonstrate, they call, they give me money. What about the tomato seller in the market? What about the woman who is carrying pure water on the street, running, risking her life, who voted the NDC? What about the 1,000 people who came out to demonstrate? Now you're giving to 10 people, which cannot do anything. It can't even pay rent when they distribute it properly. So the 10 people spend that 100 million. The rest of the 9,900 will be complaining bitterly. Next time, those people you have given the money, you think they are in charge, you've given them the money. When you call them to bring 5 people, they won't come because the 9,900 behind them are disappointed in their own leadership who took them out on demonstration, claiming they are fighting for their rights.
Interesting.
So out of the 1,000 who came to demonstrate, you think you have the profile of the leaders of those demonstrators. You've given to 10 people. What about the 9,900?
Let me take these text messages. Nanajua says, Nanajua Vicky, political maturity is only known in MPP party. This party is full of innovative ideas. When will Ghanaians experience political maturity from the ruling NDC party? It will never happen. Ghana needs MPP party body to transform the country. Newton Ofe Justice says, Atta Mills is heading a transitional national disunited council. That's the NDC. Just like the National Transitional Council in Libya. Now, all members of Libya's National Transitional Council are barred from being part of a post-Gaddafi Libya. And in much the same way, Atta-adoosi and his followers are also going to be barred from everything that has to do with our nation's governance in 2013 and beyond through complete annihilation at the polls in 2012. Cisco Nodua says, considering the abysmal performance of this incompetent administration, victory for APP in 2012 shall not only be possible, but inevitable and unstoppable by His grace. Elias Suharuna Tamale, Yao, the pro-NDC youth say they are going to demonstrate not only against the lies and deceit of the NDC, but the lack of jobs. The NDC government has failed to fulfill all its campaign promises. First time in the annals of this nation that we have an association of graduate students, unemployed graduate students. So where's Okudzetu's phantom jobs, the 1.6 million jobs that never were? We'll take a second break at this point, and when we come back, join us by a text. Welcome back to Minority Caucus. We are listening to Richard Suleiman and Moses Akoli. But as some would say, are they really politically relevant? Disaffected youth. So what? Moses, my people will say, what would you say to that? You are disaffected. You haven't received anything. So what?
Yes. What I may say is politics is just a number of people. That's one. Two, and in politics, every vote counts. We remember, we promised Ghanaians a better Ghana. What are we saying? Based on that, we campaign. We go to the grassroots, we talk to the youth, we mobilize them, we talk to them. Let's do this, let's do that, so that we will achieve a better Ghana. But what are we seeing right now? At least, even if you are able to mobilize 2 or 3 youth, let's take those people out. It will not get that 50 plus 1. So when somebody may say, yes, they can say that. But we know what we are doing, what kind of a message we've given to the youth outside there before they vote to us.
So you are concluding that the better Ghana hasn't materialized as a problem?
For the view, the way I observe things, no. We didn't achieve even a quarter of it.
You didn't achieve even a quarter of the better Ghana? It just didn't happen?
No.
Richard,
yes.
Better Ghana down the drain. The founder is right.
Well, the founder might be too hard, but to this program is a special message. This program is actually a special wake-up call for the NDC. Things that they think is impossible. For instance, let me tell you, in Tamale or in the northern region, they say, oh, don't mind them, they'll complain. But when it's campaign time, they'll come and campaign, they will vote. That's what they are telling people themselves. But we want them to know the NDC is not a tribe, it's not a culture, it's not a religion, that if you are not part, you'll be discredited or discredited from your clan or your family. It is an ideology they brought together, a manifesto they sat down years to write, ready to Ghana. And before Ghana was good. Every Ghanaian would want better than good. So when we had better Ghana, we rushed for it. Not bought for it, rushed for it. We are following the party by heart, and things of the heart must be considered with great care. There are certain special people in the NDC who are doing great jobs, who single-handedly brought NDC to power. I'm not talking of the relationship, I beg you. NDC has never won the Western, MPP have never won anywhere, NDC have never won the Western region before. But this time we did. Can the president ask himself, or the leaders around the president, because maybe it is them who will listen better, and then they said they don't want to disturb the president, they don't want to send these complaints to him.
Why?
So that he will be disturbed and worried.
But the leader's job is to worry.
You wait, and when we go opposition, the whites will tell him how irresponsible he was in his government. What about that? You have disappointed him. He has failed us, failed himself, and brought up a reputation that he didn't know it was coming. They take the complaints of the youth and keep it in ministerial drawers. Because they have failed, when the president gets to know, they will be queried. I wonder if the president can query them. Because I have very bad experience of one. The president's command, it doesn't go anywhere. I have evidence of it.
The president's commands don't
I'm
go
telling
anywhere.
him, I'm just telling him to know.
Anyway, we have experienced it before, because I recall the youth in a road maintenance module, where apparently cabinet asked that the youth be paid out of the Ministry of Roads and Highways, and there was something about cabinet telling the minister and he not agreeing to pay them, about there being no money and all that. You know, I thought, yes.
Major Atta, please, leaders of NDC, stop tarnishing the image of the president. Wake up from your slumber. Be more nationalistic. Be real for once in your life. We plead with you, the youth of this nation.
Talk to me.
Stop the deceit. Stop the pretense. Stop the diplomacy and join the diplomacy with a little common sense that can have an effect of the common people of this country. We cannot all be elite.
Are they being diplomatic with the president of the people? In other words, you are using diplomacy to substitute lies?
Well, that is what they say. Oh, this one is not for children. This one, the youth can't do anything. This one, they have no idea. Look, if I tell you the wisdom we, the youth, have, and what we even did for NDC to come to power, you'll be surprised.
Richard, that's a contradiction, because the NDC leadership itself has also told the president that he has very inexperienced youth around him. So now what more than the youth what?
This, you know,
the NDC government is probably staffed with most of the youth ever.
Our president
is
being fed with great lies to please there is people who it was their responsibility to carry out certain tasks that they have failed.
I see.
So they feed him. Look, you see our intelligence today. They have become Koshenabeka. That's how they use our intelligence today in this country. When they have problem with someone, they will call the security agents, go and find out about this guy. Not to find out about the guy and solve the problem, but to add enemies into their book.
Oh, state security is not about national security anymore.
No.
It's about private security.
If he doesn't like me, come and tell me. Then the minute they come and confirm it, they add, Richard M. Suleiman is my enemy. What are you doing? Is that politics? Can't people solve problems within the NDC? Look at the immaturity, internal wranglings that is going on. The disunity around the God-fearing people. Where in the Quran, where in the Bible is written that if this man doesn't want you, discard of him? Men of God even contribute, and men of God even within the presidency, within the party. We know pastors. What are you doing? Do you turn the Bible upside down and read, or what?
So if the president is being lied to, what is the president doing?
What is even the party's intelligence doing? Because they are supposed to pick up the truth. Where do they keep it?
You tell us.
They will tell us.
Moses,
2012.
They will tell us in 2012.
Yes. They'll tell us in 2012.
Are there alternatives? Do you have alternatives? If the NDC is not serving you, do you have alternatives?
I don't have alternative. Why? For now, because we are still sending a message to them that this is what we, the youth, we are saying. This is our concern. We express our view through so many channels, but no one listens to us. We are still had the opportunity here, sending them the message again. If they like, they should take. If they don't, there's a saying in our local language, baby a yechichira aboa no ho na esane no na baby a ofro okosro no ho na obesa san a free asane. That's what I can say.
15 months. Is it possible that they can turn things round?
Yes. It's possible.
Why? By spreading money?
Money will not solve the problem of this country. No. We need unity. Unity and hard work.
And the NDC leadership is not providing that.
That is what we are saying. It's not providing unity and hard work. How do you unite youth? Without going to them, without talking to them, without mobilizing them?
And wait when they demonstrate.
And wait when they demonstrate. You call them, take this and shut your mouth. No.
I see.
If we take something and shut our mouth, what about Kinky seller, a taxi driver, ice water seller? They all voted for the party.
So the party is buying off the vocal ones, those who can talk. Is that what came of the demonstration against the Northern Regional Chairman?
No. For the Tamale Northern Regional Executives, look, when I came to Accra, I have respected them. They have done well very much. The party, the regional executives of the NDC in the Northern Region, the Northern Regional Executive. Anyone who will say anything bad of them, I will not agree. I used to think they are not working. But when I came to Accra, started finding out the facts. Why are even the party itself, executives, not handicapped, not being able to function? No cars, no fuel, nothing. They wait when the president is coming to Tamale, they give money to executives to mobilize. Do you know the relationship level before? Within 2 days, you want them to mobilize people.
So what you are saying is that when the president moves, crowds are organized.
Immediately. They are now running around looking for crowds. The party and regional executives are handicapped. The president, you see, and to me, someone asked me, a very strong NDC man, a leader of it, a front row player of it, that, so Richard M. Suleiman, what do you think is wrong? Then I say, oh, you don't know what's wrong. Here we have a president of the nation. What the president has forgotten is, or what the people around him, the detectives, the businessmen, they were supposed to let him know that he is not just a president, but he's a flag bearer. He needs to be more political. His Excellency John Evans Fifi-Atamas has forgotten he's a flag bearer and he's a president at the same time. A true leader faces crisis with balance. You don't despise the problem for the solution or the solution for the problem. That is why the judicial service used the beam balance. Until proven guilty, not guilty. The youth of this nation can reason, my brothers. We are up to pick up the challenge. We are up and fit in any portion that they will place us in this country. The youth of this country is ready, highly prepared, that when they go now to join Danlati, we can take over.
Yeah, but you are waiting for them to go. They are in charge, and now you are screaming that you are not part of the process. So how do you take over?
Well, that's why...
Are you really relevant politically?
That's why last Thursday I came to stop this demonstration that is about to happen. And I told them, when NDC was in opposition, we're feeding. It's not NDC who come to power. They are not obliged to come and feed us. They need to follow their conscience, follow their manifesto, and know that it is our tax they are enjoying. So, if they will not feed you, don't come on the street to demonstrate, to destroy the reputation of our dear nation. 2012, go to the polls and say Ghana is not for one man. If A is not capable, B might be better. And more to the point, we have faith in every citizen of this nation. And that faith is evidence of things that we haven't seen. We have seen Kufuor, we have seen Rawlings, we have seen Mills. We haven't seen Atta-adoosi. Politically, we may do things to tarnish his reputation, his image. Ghana, they said Atta-adoosi is rude, etc. I'm telling you people, listen. Ghana doesn't need soft hands, people. A little reverent and a little fatherly. So if they say Atta-adoosi is rude, is that, perhaps it could be the best solution. But for now, with the manifesto and ideologies of the NDC, if they want to follow it, Ghana is going to heaven with Ghanaians, not leaving Ghanaians behind. To take Ghana into the skies, and then 2012 they vote them out because Ghanaians are not part of it.
2012 out because Ghanaians are part of it. If you try A, it doesn't succeed, you have B. You can tarnish Nana Addo politically, but indeed, he may have the political skills that will take Ghana places. I'm trying to quote Richard, but I have to paraphrase him. He's very eloquent on that score. We'll take our last break. When you come back, you can join us on the phone lines. Let me see if I have some messages. Go. Welcome back. The message is clear. You've tried one. If it doesn't take you where you want to go, try the other come 2012. Now the message is saying, Nana, you are the better man for Ghana. We are praying that election 2012 will come early. This is Fatih Malik from Amobi. We Ghanaians have lost it all under this Males Mahama government and shall clear them out come 2012. Agaraz. Richard does not know what he's talking about. He seems to be confused. This is Tairu from Wa. Yao. Leadership frustrates the effort of citizens if it is not leading to a change. That is why I share the same sentiment with your guest and call on Ghanaians to reject accidental leaders like President Mills and his property-grabbing appointees, so Ghana can redeem its image once again. That's Malik from Bipe. Richard Suleimana, keep it up. I like your submission from Short in Tamale. Abdul Jalil Abdullahi, he says, it is obvious that the government cannot give everybody a job. The MPP certainly did not give jobs to everybody. The issue of unemployment should be discussed in a nationalist point of view without political lenses. And that's what Richard is trying to do. And as for Safunyako, the NDC does not have anything good for Ghanaians, so it's better to throw them out in 2012 for Nana to come. MPP, come and save us in our hardship. God help us all. Now, you can join us on the phone lines as usual. 0302 211 701 or 702. 0302 211 701 or 702. Join us on the phone lines. Richard, the government cannot give everybody a job. The fact that you campaign for the government and mobilize you for the government and now the government is in charge means you find your way.
Well, I don't want to find my way. I am a young man and I'm not going to connive with any organization to rob this nation.
Alasan is already on the line from Ashaman. Okay. Hello.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Thank you very much for bringing my brother from the northern part of this country. Oh, I think that I'm enjoying the conversation that you did yourself with them. And my advice to the people of the North, as somebody who is a northern for that matter, the government, let us all try as much as possible to listen to our brothers in the studio. Because, look, the interest of North Ghana is very paramount than anybody's selfish interest, any individual selfish interest. Because the gentlemen in the studio that are doing, they are fighting for the people of the North. And our politicians have used us for quite a long time. And this time around, we are going to vote based on somebody who come and bring development to our area. We are also fighting for development. We are no more interested in chieftaincy politics in northern Ghana. What we are interested in is about development. And so therefore, I'm advising my brothers in the North, anybody who comes to use chieftaincy as a political tool, they should reject such a person and tell him that right now we are now the right away. We are no more interested in chieftaincy issue. But we are interested in a political party that will come and provide that job and provide that development. That is the only thing that we are interested in.
Thank you.
Very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Abdul Boku. Abdul.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
And I'm called Abdul Majid Baum. I call from Boko.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very much happy for the way our youth, your guests there are presented themselves this evening. It's actually very good that we need to know how the NDC government is. Actually, the Males-led government have provided nothing for we the youth. There's no inspirational, no job, absolutely nothing. So it's now time for we the youth in the northern part of Ghana to champion the cause of change, to let the Males government know that the era whereby the NDC government use the chieftaincy and tribal issue as a political campaign or political tool to gain vote in the northern part of Ghana is over.
Yeah.
They have promised a SADA, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing. We don't have even institutions to run the SADA. We don't know how the SADA is even going on. So how can we, the northern youth, entrust our faith again into this male's incompetent government? It's actually not. I'm calling from Boku. As I'm speaking to you today, there is a very deep divisive crisis within the NDC rank and file in Boku between two main camps. To an extent of this NDC camps even looting their own people's houses and burning it up and down, which is unfair. Is this leadership? Actually, we Ghanaians youth have to actually rise up and make sure that we kick the NDC party out of government, because we are fed up with lies, deception, and nothing. They have nothing to offer Ghanaians. Visionless leadership. We need a leader who has the youth at heart, just like Atta-adoosi said. And we need people like them to come and transform Ghana to an industrialized country and provide jobs opportunities for we the youth. A government that will come and solve the many problems that is affecting us, the joblessness. If you come to Boku and see the youth are just hanging around, playing cars, ludo, there's no job for them to do. And there's a saying that the idle
devil creates jobs for idle hands. Oh, we lost Tableau there on Swale, are there?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
I am Swale from Bimbila, a member of Dombo Youth Association. My regards to your panelists. Mr. Yao, this morning I listened to Owusu Bompa or Bompe.
Owusu Bompa of the Fonka, the director of operations of Fonka.
And he sounded the same, just like your panelists on the program. There is a saying that together we stand, divided we fall. I am assuring you NDC will fall come 2012 because they are using the divide and rule strategy. Come to Bimbila. Two contenders for the parliamentary candidature. It's like a war.
War?
It's a war-like situation in Bimbila. And it applies in every constituency in the country. NDC lost direction. We have a sitting president who is not in control. People, the former president said he is surrounded by greedy bastards. And it's true. They are not doing anything. And I just said it, that the NDC and for that matter has nothing positive to offer Ghanaians. We didn't take him serious. Until today we are experiencing it. Mr. Yao, I am assuring you that Ghanaians will vote based on issue come to pictures, and we will not accept any propaganda which NDC has legalized nationwide. I am assuring you we don't have any propaganda in any party in the world apart from the NDC, and it will lead them to opposition come to pictures. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I almost had Ghanaian there, but I've lost him. Let me take my a couple of messages here, and then I'll come back to you, Richard, about what do you call it? Or maybe I should probably take you. I heard that today in Tamale there were problems when MP Tamale North came in and refused to perform his duties.
There was an excess rainfall in Tamale today, and some of the places were flooded. Luckily enough for the victims, their MP was around, so they have to go to him and tell him that, Honorable, this is what happened to us. He told them he didn't come to collect water from people's rooms. He came to bury his mother.
What is the prognosis for your parliamentary? I mean, that is straightforward. He didn't come to collect water from people's homes. It's not his fault, it's really, is it? He's an MP, he must enjoy his MP.
If the roads, the drainage systems, everything was in place, it would have saved the situation. So it was an indirect message to him.
There was also something about war, disunity, and the scramble for positions in the NDC. If you are not doing well, why are you fighting for positions at constituency level? Why do you want to go to parliament?
Please, I'm telling all the NDC, when majority caucus come, because for us, we the youth, there's no way to open that door for us, the youth of this nation. So this is, if the NDC, MPP is open for the youth of this country, at least we will send them their messages through there, because their doors are shut, their phones are off, they don't pick their calls. So I'm begging them. This I'm putting them on their toes, and this is a reality, not propaganda, not arranged by MPP. This is a reality. They shouldn't come to counter-attack what I'm saying, but they should try to pick points and then educate the leaders to change. They may have victory because they are enjoying. For us, we will wait.
Are out.
Now,
doors are shut.
You were talking about the war. The war will happen because everyone wants to become an MP. Everybody. And there's a little truth in every rumor. I am believing, and some rumor that is on the ground is maybe you will not be given a ministerial position unless you're an MP after 2012.
Hey. Let me take my text messages on that. We are fighting for ministerial position through Parliament. Yeah, can you let me know the rate of unemployment under the MPP administration and that of the current NDC administration? This is both from Kaswa. Richard, I can detect from your submissions that you are hired. This is Eddie. Eddie believes that you are an assassin. Accidents, murder for survival, armed robberies, calamities, fire, flood, etc. is what Atta has given us. Even Kunedu is suffering. So what exactly is going on? Uncle Atta has disgraced Fantis and Ghanaians. This is Skill from Wa. Please tell your guests to outline just 5 ways of creating jobs in the agri sector. Fred from Bembela. Now, Moses, your last words to the youth of Ghana.
My last word to the youth is they should calm down. We are working on it, and I believe the big men of this country, they are listening to us. They will read it on my joy. And we are going to hit the head of the nail till they listen to us, till they create job for us. If I be asked, we said they've created 2,000 jobs, and where is the job?
1.6 million jobs.
Yes, what is it? Where is it?
So if they don't listen to you in 30 seconds, what are you going to do?
For now, we don't have anything to do. That's why the power says, we said the vote is your power. Yes. If they don't listen to us, we will reject them 2012.
If they don't listen to us, the youth will reject them in 2012 and bring in a listening government which is positioned to deliver the goods. Tonight, I promised you something unusual, and I believe Richard M. Suleiman, Moses Akoli have delivered what really should be a wake-up call to the leadership of the NDC and that of the MPP, because we've been praised as having open doors. Make sure we keep those doors wide open for the people of Ghana, because as far as governance is concerned, the MPP is about you, the people of Ghana. Good night. And don't forget, you can watch this again at 11 p.m. tonight. See you on Wednesday.